Aries Sun. The soul of this native is so intense. There is a great deal of courage and perseverance, no matter what, and no matter how, and no matter where or why. This person is the first. They are the sky. They are the innocent gaze of a child that knows no better. But here they are, and nothing really matters. They're just here, they rip themselves apart. They want to be with you. They want this brand new start. They want to have adventure. They want to have a meaning. They're constantly in search for something that's deceiving. Because the earth will show, as we look directly opposite the sun, that this person has a Libra earth. They are here for no one. They are here for nothing but themselves indeed. And though they burn for other things, they do feel a need. But in the end, they understand as they grow older, wiser, and more sophisticated, I hate that word, that they're just here to be absurd. They're just here to smile and look at us and laugh a little. They are just here to be such placid, loving people. They will come to a point where everything's a little bit of a joke. They will come to a very seemingly unfeeling place. No longer do they poke their heads in other people's business. No longer do they poke their tongues out, do the fingers. They don't have anger anymore or any kind of glorified delusion of adventure, as their earth will guide them into dementia or some kind of a great relaxation in the end, where they find that they don't really need to straight forward lend their time and youth to other people. They don't need to be somebody's soldier. They don't need to be somebody's steepled lieutenant or any kind of great adventurer indeed, as everything they've got inside is waiting for them to succeed in knowing that all is already here. For Aries Sun has something that's so endearing. They have a magic way of being but a child. They have a magic fearlessness, which is so hard to find. They have a great big burst of life that brings us all down to our knees. They have the biggest smile, the greatest laugh, and the bestest stories. This person is indeed our great big savior, of course, as they've got this funny, intriguing curse. They have to be the first because they are above us in every way. And this may not be very understood because for us astrologers, an Aries is a child that doesn't know. But here's their gift. And that's, hello, I'm just here. And I'm just physical indeed. And everything is new. How do you do? I sleep and then I feed. And that's my life. And then adventure comes to me. That is the way the Aries likes to be. And though it seems to us a little bit confusing and distasteful, but what they've got inside them is incredibly graceful. They are so deep with meaning of the now that in a way, through their situation in their life, they become more like the cow. They become more like Taurus. They become more slow. They become more giving to us through easiness and life of degustation. They become eventually somebody who is ready for a newness, for initiation through attainment and not of putting themselves on the line. They become in a life eventually very strong in their ways. They not only survive, but they show us all how to live and to be in a unison with nature. And though it's not very hard for them, it may be very hard for us to understand. And dementia will find these people, indeed, if they don't just relax and know that no one gets it. They don't need to fall at our feet. They'll regret it. They will regret everything that they've done and go sideways if they don't see that all is just fun and that they are above it. They're above this life. They're above it because Piscean energy's already been learned by them. The previous sign is already the unconscious man. They already know what it's like to be dreamers, and they're bored with that stuff. And that is why in this life perhaps sometimes they can't suffer enough just to bring themselves to a greater fruition and knowing. And in the end, the sun will always be glowing, and even in old age they will find them a spark that's so great. And for us it'll be a great mystery until we make ourselves more understood, until we know that Aries is that which boils the blood because it wants to live and it wants to be free and real. This sun is magnificent. It will laugh and it will heal through anger and torture and radiant laughter. This sun really makes us see what it's like to live a life ever after in pure nowness and beingness, really. They may not be very feely, but that's not the point. They will find themselves ways to disjoint and feel. They will find themselves ways to suffer and make this life real. And they do, in the end, invite us to see that there is such great joy in the uncovering of small mystery. We don't need to aim big to elevated consciousness. We can just be here on earth. It's so beautiful. It's so fabulous. It's just real. It's inviting and very sophisticated in ways that seem to us, other people, so simple. It's all fated. It is fated that the wind blows as it does. It is fated that the trees are here for us. They know the way of the land beyond their own knowing. As in them there is a great mystery of the eternal child that is glowing.